was born a bodybuilder and I will die a bodybuilder. This is the #1 bodybuilding show in the world. It was really spectacular. We're gonna go up to $500,000 for the winner next year.
We up or
We're up.
all right? Were you going to make the announcement or?
Well, we have two guys who have defeated you.
Some of us multiple times.
Oh, multiple.
He just did once.
Just once. It was his comeback, kind of.
Should have won in 2007.
I still believe that he could have beat it.
He called you a stage decoration.
We have the legendary Dennis Wolf.
Legendary.
I don't know what to call
Two-time
him.
Jay Cutler defeater.
I guess trainer. of
Mega
champions.
legendary.
Yes.
Milos Sarcev.
The future. Yes. And I don't know what to call you.
Nothing. I'm stage decoration. I'm a podcast decoration.
The guy with the red hat.
He never talks too much.
Yeah.
He interrupts me all the time.
Get that guy with the red hat off
And the man himself.
The hosts.
Oh.
4-time Mr. Olympia
Yes.
Jay Cutler,
I
the
thank
legend.
you guys for coming on. And we kind of put this together last minute, but we want to do a little breakdown of the Arnold Classic as it's a few days away.
It's 5 days away. Exactly.
Your head's out there.
By the way, you probably don't read my posts on my Instagram because I post like 10 things a day.
Yeah.
Oh, I did mention. I wouldn't want to get like with the Sometimes
Former Arnold
schedule
Classic
everything.
champ. Are you the only one besides me here that? No, you don't have an Arnold.
He has an
I won the amateur. I won the amateur.
He turned with Arnold.
No, how many shows did he win?
One.
How many did you do?
71. 72. I have one and 71.
What percent of win rate is that?
That's like so bad.
Milos, listen. You have more wins than me, so you're not the lowest on the totem pole. So.
I'm the oldest and smallest here.
What
the smartest.
what was your most favorite Arnold Classic you competed in? Because you did international Arnolds too, right?
Yes, yeah, I did like 3.
What is
I
international?
wouldn't say
Like he won
the ones I won,
Spain or what?
but I think the second one where where Branch beat me for the second time, I felt so good. I felt that I'm winning, and then bang, I'm not winning. So that
got
was
second?
I was second, yeah, for the second time in a row
Where was this?
in 2012 in
Ohio.
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 Yeah.
You won in Spain, though. Europe one, didn't he?
Yes, but I won the Spain, the Arnold in Spain the same year I won it in Ohio, 2014. So
you've won
yeah,
two.
2 Arnolds in 1 year. Yeah,
Looking crazy.
that was on stage.
Your best.
In was Madrid. I think it was Madrid, right? I was 125 kilos, the heaviest I ever been.
How much is that?
75.
Pounds? Yeah.
275, yes. So
How tall are you? 6 feet? 5'11"?
6 foot, yeah, 6. So it's 182 in centimeters.
I did remember when we started working together, and then they were criticizing his back, like lower Latin insertions or back poses. Like, what the hell are you guys talking about? When he did the lat spread in the Colosseum Gym, it was like going over, like all over the place.
Yeah, I remember.
But there comes like some expert, and then they throw in, this and that. Sometimes at low lat insertions, if you do pose, certainly if you roll,
Yeah.
you're gonna lose it. But then you lean back, all of a
They
sudden
come back,
pops
yes.
out. But yeah, you know how back in the day they were saying about Danny says, and then they would nitpick and say, okay, back. Like, what are you guys talking about? It's a fucking crazy back.
I remember there was also a guy from Russia. He will comment and do blogs in magazine, right? So every year will criticize me, and then the year I was finishing third at the Olympia, it was like 2 sentences. Oh, he improved, looked great. That's it. But before that, I was like, you're bashing me with all the criticism. Yeah. But the back was the issue for, I will take criticism for sure from people I respect, officials, blah blah blah, but not like some people who just hang around on the internet, So I knew what to do, and over the years I improved pretty quick, I will say. It's just different genetics, and of course it looks a little bit different than the guys compare
Your
me to,
genetics is superior.
Like if he competed in today's era with these taller guys now, I mean, you're about that height, but you're talking about Samson, Andrew. I mean, you weren't up against. There was no really tall guys that were in the top then.
Tony Freeman only.
Yeah, but I mean, was he wasn't pushing the top 3 at that point, was he?
Dennis at his best next to Andrew and Samson.
Who wins?
I would love to.
Who wins?
Oh, you need to see that.
We have to see it, but he would have a very good chance. Look, what I was saying about 2007, okay. I didn't finish my thought. I put on my Instagram that Jay was 6 times runner-up. So just imagine if those...
Imagine that.
6 times. There'll be at 10 Olympia titles.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
it's crazy.
And that's at Ronnie's time and right after. So when I said initially the 2007, I think he could have possibly beat you. I was really thinking of they should just give him a chance to stand next to you. But the travesty of that prejudging was they never let you stand next to you.
You know why? I think.
I do know why.
All right.
You were too dangerous.
No, but before that, they made a mistake. They compared me to Ronnie, and Ronnie looked not good at next to me. I mean, we know, but I think that's why they said, like, "Oh, we're not continuing doing this." Comparing him to.
Now this is not happening, right? But back in the day, it was happening, and I know from judges around the world, international judges, that would come to me and tell me. They would ask for comparison. Let's say Dennis, Jay, myself.
Each judge would ask.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they say you can't make them comparisons. Like, what do you mean?
They wouldn't allow
they
it.
would not allow, 3 of us to be called out, right? So now I place nowhere, and we go to Europe, and I beat you in every show in
Right,
in
yes,
Europe.
yeah.
But I didn't have a chance to stand next to you. So how do you explain that?
They would never put in like a guy that was in 8th place with a top 3 guy, right?
Yeah.
They wouldn't do that comparison. Even if the judges wanted to see it, like say if there was a nemesis of like whoever you had a battle with someone. It's kind of like when Blessing had the battle with Nick Walker that year.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like there were levels, and I think that it was really hard to compare those two, or that Craig Titus and King Kamali, but they were more comparable, right?
Oh, yeah.
So they allowed those call-outs.
Right.
So I have a question. 01 Olympia, if you wouldn't have accidentally got called out next to Ronnie, would they have ever put you next
That's
to
a
him?
great question.
No, he was not accidentally called. He was standing
Standing
right
next
next to
No,
him.
that's what I mean. He got the he got the number. If that
10
hour draw.
if that didn't happen, would they have put him next to
I
Ronnie?
think they would have to. You see, that kind of quality you could not
Yeah,
ignore.
he was too good.
But I would have had to
Two
move
good
my way
shot.
up kind of like Bedell did in
2004.
4. Yeah.
But so Dennis, this let's make it official. You know how in the Flex magazine where they put all the comparison pictures, all the mandatory poses, you and Jay, and you were more than comparable. You probably beat him in most of the poses. And I'm going to say that. At those pictures. But they don't give you a chance to stand
Next to him. Yeah.
And I did tell him, I repeated this, I repeat myself quite often, but that was punch moment. After prejudging in your room, when Busek
Before the
was there,
finals, yeah.
I told him, like, listen, you didn't get the comparison. As soon as they pull you out, you're number 1 and Jay is last. Just go there and walk because there was commotion, and you're going to just stand right next. And then the audience is going to go wild. And then Jim is going to say, go back in line. They're going to be a little pissed off. But it doesn't matter. And then Busek says, no, don't do that.
Yeah, there was like a fight. Do it, don't do it. Do it, don't do it.
I think you should have done it.
But I did it at the post down.
Yeah, post down. Yeah,
Right.
But that post down is score sheets are already
I
there.
know, I know.
It's finished. It's
They're
just
calculating while they're doing it.
Yeah,
almost,
yeah,
right?
You know what the funny thing though is, Dennis, is you had the momentum in 07 and in 08 you fell back.
Yeah.
So you kind of had it was almost like, okay, your opportunity is here, now prove yourself, and it's like you fell. What'd you finish? Like
4th. No, I did better.
Oh, what was
I did
your-
better
oh,
the
nine,
year after. In 2009, I
you
was
fell
out
back,
of
that's
top
right.
15.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
What happened that year? Just
I was working with Chad.
oh, okay.
So he depleted me to the fucking next level. Are we still in the beginning?
No.
So I still was good, but I was not full enough, and then I felt it like 3 days before the show. So the year later, it didn't depleted me, and it started carb loading me, and I knew it wouldn't work. You cannot carb load without depleting. So and that's why I was completely out of shape. Every time I hit the pose, every comparison, every shot, I felt like I'm pulling water. So, oh my God! And then, yeah.
You don't feel the
So,
muscle at all.
Was he the biggest carb eater you
no,
ever dealt
I
with?
didn't feel it, but I felt like the water
But it's,
flew in, right? Like boom, boom, boom. Every pose, I felt I looked worse and worse. And then, during the comparisons, I knew already I'm out. I'm out.
we talked three of us at his gym opening when we went to his party, right? And I mentioned this. I didn't plan to give him 5,000 grams of carbs for 3 days. I didn't. When I plan to put it, you're gonna keep going and goddamn, he needs more and more and
No,
more.
I mean, if you're not filling up, right? So you have to continue. I mean, there's no other chance.
But then you said, what kind of food? Just clean carbs, based.
Rice, yeah.
Is that the record?
Yeah,
It must be.
It's ridiculous, I mean, you were eating 1,000 grams of carbs up season, right, a day.
Well, pre-contest, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like every 2 hours, 400, 500 grams of carbs.
Shit.
And back then, I was still smoking. So I will sit in the room, eat my meal, smoke, eat my meal, smoke, pause, send him the updates. Yeah, so that was the first online prep which was going on between us. Yeah, I was in Keystone.
Yeah,
That was the first time we tried like
that time we did 4,000. I remember.
4,000, yes,
4,000.
but already there it was difficult. I was like after every 2 meals I was going back.
I have it somewhere.
Yeah, but the Olympia was the heaviest carb load ever.
Yeah, but I was there, in the next room, so I could see it was cool, so it was different. But then you said to Jay, a couple of years later, you did like 200 grams of carbs or something.
Yeah,
Like
so I
nothing.
switched. Yeah. So because I felt like it's not going anywhere, when I start depleting and carb loading, because I figured that when I'm depleted, I look the best. So and then, right? So why should I change that or destroy that look? So and then I was talking to Martina, doctor from Germany. She was always on my side, always giving me some tips, and she's like asking me the same question: whether you look and feel you look the best. I said, when I'm depleted. Why don't you do that?
Like in
So
the
and then I
morning.
switch everything.
In
So
the morning of prep or something.
So I depleted going into the show, and it worked amazing.
Yeah, 2004, Dorian didn't look so good at Olympia, right? And then he went to Europe
94.
to 94. Yeah, 94. And Spain and Germany, and he had Polylat, Kevin. He had some stiff competition. He depleted all the way to the stage, and looked way better than at Olympia. Yeah.
Sometimes it's carbs not that important.
Yeah.
But I would say to look fuller, you basically destroyed that grainy, insane, detailed look.
Because to be fuller, what does it mean? More
Or
hydrated.
yes,
More, even though it's carbohydrate stored as a glycogen,
but
it's
still
water.
still water.
Right?
Yes,
And a lot of people lose that.
Yeah.
Certain look.
Yeah.
What's your most memorable Arnold?
The first.
Mm.
02. First one when I was coming off the high of 01 and, coming in and solidifying, like, remember I failed the diuretic test in 01 and they were all like, hey, they were still testing in 02 and I was proved that I could come in and be conditioned,
That's interesting. How do they do that test? That was like
Hey guys, Jay Cutler here. If you have not heard already, I launched my own TRT clinic. TRT Kingdom is now live. If you guys want to schedule your consultation, please click the link below and you'll get all the information you guys need for better health.
In 2001, you didn't know there was diuretic testing.
No, I knew there was a diuretic
You
test.
didn't know there was diuretic.
And you tested positive for 5 of it.
He's a true Jay.
And now, 2002, you proved that you could pass the test. You said that. Hey, listen, you told them, fuck off, sue me, right? You're going to sue them, and they just backed off. So you want to say that 2002 you were with no diuretics?
No, I used what you took. Guys had steam together, yeah.
Jay, really 5?
No, it's just...
And that's what Miller says. And I really
They had to exaggerate it, you know. They had to make it look better.
Diazine is hydrochlorothiazide.
Yes,
is
like a
amphetamine.
mix, yeah.
And then there's lactone, there's lactone, right? And then probably some loop diuretic, like it should be not there, you know, like Lasix or Bumix or something. So it's probably
Good thing I wasn't hanging out with you that night.
What is your first memory of an Arnold Classic? Like, did you go as a spectator, or was it you compete right out the gate?
After I won the World Championships in 2005, I came back home and had a contract offer from Nutrix in my email. So it was like 2-3 days later, you know, after I won the show, the World Champion title. So, and I signed with them, and 6 months later, I was invited as an athlete working at the booth at Arnold. And in addition to that, Buzek brought Kevin Horton to Germany right after World Championships in November. No, it was December already. So, and he did a shoot with me, and the cover for the Flex, right? So the Flex cover came out March, right? So right 2006 when I came to Arnold Classic. That was, of course, amazing. And I remember...
Everyone knew who you were.
Yeah. So, and I remember Jay came to the booth and said, like, hey, Dennis, what's up? I was like, no way.
Well, you
know?
bought my DVD online, though, one year, and I sent it
It was in 2007.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. He bought my. It came through, and I see all the orders, and it was Dennis Wolf, and I had known who he was, so I'm like,
It's like, no charge, bro. I said, oh, that's cool.
yeah, he bought
Yeah, I
my
ordered.
DVD.
I bought the DVD.
That's great stories. So he ordered it, you didn't charge him?
No, I said I didn't. I told Kerry like cancel his credit card, and send it to him.
About you, Milos.
See, we in Germany then.
What is DVD?
He has one in back. When's your first memory
Actually,
of
watch. I watched all of your DVDs, but I don't know if I bought it. Maybe you
I watched them, but they're all online.
You know, I watched that, and not like to see how he trains, how's his lifestyle. You know, I mean, Vegas was for me like
you wanted to move here then.
something else. You know, I already was planning to move to US, and that was so interesting. You know,
Did
like
that help you choose where in the States? Or was that part of?
I would say I never wanted to go to the East Coast because of the winter and all the 4 seasons, you know. And on the table were Phoenix, because Dennis was there, Dennis James, and Vegas. But Vegas is different, you know. So like at least in 2010, it was completely different than it is now. So I really enjoyed the sunny weather every day, even in winter, you know, all that. When you compete, I mean, when you prepare for the show, I think it's the best place to be, you know. So it's always the same. It's just like stable. It's stable.
You wake up to the sun.
Yeah. So, and you feel great, and you're focused, all of that. And I think it was a great choice. But like I said, you know, there were Phoenix also on the plan, but I will never go to the East Coast. So it was like,
I'm from Canada, so Toronto.
I
just got back, so I'm
He
feeling.
did a video that he posted.
There's like snow and stuff. I did like the day before, the day I left, and then the day I got here. You know, the two difference.
He was in the airport when the plane was on its roof.
Yeah, Toronto Airport. Yeah, I was driving to the airport, and we got a call from a family member like, "Hey, the Toronto Airport, like a plane just crashed while we're driving there." And we're like, "Wow, like, this is insane." For sure, like all the flights are canceled. You know, they're canceled, they're not canceled. We went anyway. We got delayed like 4 hours, but then we still stayed on.
She in the same day when
Day.
Oh,
A couple hours later.
But that plane on the roof, right?
Yeah.
That looked kind of weird. Like, look, everything around looked like it's AI generated video, you know. So it's
nowadays, you can't even trust.
yeah.
with
So
this
like,
anymore.
what the hell is going on? But hey, it's scary.
It looks like it landed so hard that the landing gear broke off. Is that what happened?
Yeah, it looks like it just came down and it just like went down too fast. And then it just like maybe bounced.
But the gear broke, I think. I
But
thought.
everyone survived. That's good.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
So for you, Milos, what's your first memory of going to it or competing?
So I'll tell you, I turned pro 91, and I started competing in every show, everything. I mean, literally everything. I didn't pass. In 92, I continued. So 92, Arnold Classic was my first one. And going there, right, there was Sonny Schmidt, my roommate at the time, and my training partner. There was Vince Taylor, there was Akim Alberg, there was Benaziz, Hillebrand.
Oh yes.
You know, there's Renal Jambier, you remember? I mean, so, but the thing which was shocking for me, late in the airport, they had our names. The Arnold sent somebody to pick you up from the airport, right? And then you go to a beautiful hotel room, like suite, with a welcome, basket, and then bag full of this and that. And then you have access to any gym anywhere you want to go. Like,
Drivers, everything.
yeah. And I didn't have that kind of treatment never before, right?
Jay still has it.
I don't get it. I beat him 3 out of 4 times, and nobody cares. But yeah, I mean, Arnold was just such a special show, and he's still right.
Yes.
Maybe he scaled
It's more
it
for
down
the
a little
athletes,
bit.
so you feel really great. I mean, it is like back in the days, invitational show, and you felt it.
You
felt
felt
it.
The thing is, the difference is back in our time, there was only bodybuilding. So they, put all the attention to you guys. And now there was like, so many sports. They can't do this.
The strongman draws
There's a
just as
strongman.
much.
But it's like,
They have a whole
So
like
many
arena in
sports.
the back that has like 5,000 seats it sells in the back.
I still think it's phenomenal. And then just his intention to raise the prize money, and he announced 500, which caused Olympia to go to 600.
So
You
take
know-
a poll. Do you guys think he's going to raise it again?
For sure.
Regan?
I think so.
Jay? Do you think he will?
It'd be great.
Yes, too.
Back in the day, Arnold would come up with more money, but Vida didn't allow him because most prestigious contests have to be Olympia on the highest prize money. So then he threw in a hammer and a watch and God knows what, right? So that's the only reason.
Right.
But yeah, listen, Arnold is a special event. I'm going. I don't have an athlete. You were talking about this yesterday, right? I'm going because it's just so special.
The Hummer, Jay, was the Hummer physically there at the show?
No, they give you a toy on stage, and then Hummer was the sponsor, so you'd call and order your truck. But there were no restriction on what I could order, which was really cool. So when I called for the first year, which was 02, and they launched the H2 in 03.
Yeah.
So it hadn't even, when I won in 02, they hadn't even started selling them yet. So I had like one of the first ones that got delivered, but they said you can order whatever you want on it. So I loaded it with the roof racks and the light package and everything. I loaded every option you could get, and I ended up selling that immediately.
For a little bit?
No, I right at the dealership. I sold it to the owner of Flex Equipment, Mark Daly, and he had the first one. It was all black and sick. Of course, I show up at the dealership, and at the time, I was like, oh, man, why did I sell this? But I was in the process of building my house in Vegas, and I was putting in my pool at the time, which was like, I think I paid $65,000 for my pool, the cost of pools here.
At the time.
And
that's a
at the
lot.
time, that's what I sold. I think I sold it for $65,000, actually.
You have those 3 statues of Arnold, right? But where's the hammer toy?
They're up in the corner.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, I have the
You got all
Hummer
3 of
ones.
them, don't you?
Yeah, they're still in the packaging. So talk about your Arnold experience. I mean, you competed as an amateur, but what was the first Ohio visit you did?
Yeah, the Ohio, that would have been
What year?
2016. Yeah, 2016. Yeah, Arnold, Ohio, amateur. That was like probably one of the coolest experiences competing because the prejudging was on the expo stage. And 2016, the expo was massive, right? Like I remember working a booth there with my sponsor, and like there would be people they would be in front of you, and they'd be in front of you in like 10 minutes. They couldn't move, right? Like no one could move. How busy it was, and I just remember how cool it was. There was just thousands of people watching, and the crowd was crazy.
And how old were you when you won your pro card?
23.
It's the same age as I was. And when you competed against Bumstead, what year was that?
2050.
In the bodybuilding, in the championships, or
We did the.
did he win, or
I beat him. So it was actually weird. Toronto Provincials, it was called. So that was before the national show.
Okay.
You had to get top 5 there to go to the nationals. And I beat Chris Bumstead in the open class. I got second. He got 4th. Then he got first in the junior. I got second in junior. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how. Same show. An hour later.
Good judging.
Yeah. So I don't know how that happened, but I'll take that
He
with
looked
me.
younger because of the journey. So that's extra points for.
Hey, so many people can say they beat Chris.
Got a couple cookies probably in between.
junior, what's junior?
Junior was 21 and under, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then he went to North Americans. What year did he turn professional? Remember?
I think he did. Did he go pro?
I think 15.
Before me, or maybe 1 year.
I think it
before.
was short, and then you did the Arnold.
Ohio 16, and then I
then you
went
went straight
to
to-
from Arnold, Ohio. Brazil was like 3 weeks later.
Yeah, and I met
I
you
went
there.
to Brazil, and I met you there. That was super cool.
Was that
You won
16?
your pro card.
Then won my pro card the next year.
Was it 16?
2016? Yeah.
So funny. I was talking to Chris Aceto on the phone
Yeah.
at the time, and I'm like, all of a sudden I walk in the gym, and you were there on the treadmill, and I'm like, was I on the treadmill?
You were
And
on the treadmill. I walked
Okay, yeah.
in. Yeah, and
And
I was
I'm like,
texting Chris.
yes, and I'm like, oh my God, this kid you were telling me about is right here. He was telling me about, this kid from Canada, he's really good,
Cool. Yeah.
And Arnold gave you the prize there?
He wasn't. He
Oh, he
left
didn't
the day
go.
before. Something happened. I don't know. Yeah, I did miss that. I wish that happened. That would have been.
Well, when are we going to see you on an Arnold stage?
Maybe he can give it to me next year.
Next year.
That'd be
An
cool.
Arnold stage for Regan? I don't know. Sure.
All right, you think
Well,
doesn't
okay, my opinion, when you're elite like this, right, like this, every honor of the RB Olympia should be entered,
I agree.
especially now with prize money.
I agree, especially like you said,
Yeah.
prize money. And back in the days, I'm realizing that right now, doing way too not enough shows, right? So, but it was a little bit different, like you were working for the Olympic qualification and then kind of trying to like bring something new, bam, bam, bam. But I see it a little bit different now. I should just
Yeah, but we
do
weren't,
more
we weren't
shows.
paid the money that these guys are getting paid now either.
Yeah.
I mean, the contracts paid us well, so that's where our money was. So
Yes,
that was the
exactly.
mention is doing appearances and showing up
And
and
still, in the contract, there will be some things like
verbiage. Yeah.
qualification for Olympia every year.
have
If
to
you
get-
don't, they cut you.
Pressure,
That's it.
pressure,
Yeah.
wow.
So that the pressure was there all the time.
For sure. So then you're like, okay, I need to take this time to grow to make sure.
That was the one of the reasons. Yeah. I mean, you have the pressure, so you have to be perfect for the Olympia, right? So you will kind of use the time and everything you invest. The prep is always tough, but that's why you will focus more on Olympia.
Yeah, our qualification process was a little different, though. You didn't have to
that.
win a show. You could be top 3 or.
Because we had like 5 shows. Yeah, so you go to Olympia.
I qualified for Olympia
Yeah,
first
I
time.
think it was top 5.
top 5. Neither champions top 5.
Yes.
And everything else top 3. So I always made it for 10 years straight. Yeah, but I would squeak in, and I'm gonna say
In your balls. You didn't even realize that he was busting your chops.
yeah, that's okay. I squeak in. I tell you, 91 last show of the year. There was Finland, and Ron Love. There was Vince Hiller and Thierry Pastel. Okay, so but they were all 3 qualified already, and then they gave me as the 4th. So if three guys there ahead of you are already qualified, they will give a 4th guy. So that's how I got it for 92.
Hey, a win's a win. Take it.
Let's break this thing down a little bit. So we have the Arnold coming up in 5 days. We have a lot of front runners. For first time, Samson, who's Mr. Olympia, since Ronnie Coleman, I think the only 2 in history ever to skip from the Olympia and commit to doing Arnold Classic. Now, we've been talking about the prize money. It's $500,000, okay? We talked about Derek skipping it at $300,000 a couple years ago, and we thought that was kind of a mistake. Now we have Derek and Samson, and I mean,
And Brandon, we got 3 Olympia winners.
yes, which is crazy. And then you have Sean Clarita, who's a 212 champion. I mean, you have all these powerhouse people. Andrew Jack, who we talked about as potentially, I mean, we talked about this the other night. Carlos Thomas Jr., kind of unknown, okay, what he's going to look like. But you can't forget about, like, the James Hollings on him.
Yeah, got 2 Iron titles.
Like I've heard,
Keane
is one of the
Keane, yes.
best lineups.
That's a absolute
Meaning, like, it can go
Yeah. Anyway,
any way. I mean, especially,
after session, I think Samson wins.
I mean,
I have Samson winning.
So I was going to say, obviously, Samson's gonna be the front runner because he's
He's the man to
current
beat.
Mr. Olympia. Who do you think gives him the best run for his money, or who has the best chance of beating him?
The one that looks like him and has the same attributes, so that's why I'm saying constantly Andrew Jack. But then again, Derek did beat him a couple of times before, and
I just got to say, do you remember the Arnold a couple years ago where Nick Walker beat out Andrew Jack and Samson? It was like he was in the middle of those guys, right? Do you feel like they're going to mix it up like that again and put Derek in between the 2 big guys? Does it come down to what Andrew shows up in from the backside? We already know from the front he's pretty much unbeatable in a lot of poses.
I said that front is Andrew's side, is Samson, back is Derek. In general,
I don't know the lat spread even.
I know, but then there is you have to filter it each and every pose, which we're gonna do, right? I mean, some people point finger at me and say, "Yeah, Derek hater." I love Derek, everything about him, beautiful man, personality A+. But then as a bodybuilder, I just, because of the height and the structure and quality and all that stuff, I don't see him being Mr. Olympia. Yeah, I don't. But then he did win, and he was close second to Hadi Chopin year before. And he was off and placed third and still beat guys like Martin and Andrew and Labrada when he was off. So, of course, Derek is major contender. But I do say, like, show starts from the front, right? And then there's wait until they turn the backs. I think there's so many poses he's going to lose before he actually turns the back and does that magnificent back down biceps. It's really a stunner. But now...
There's still 2 poses after the back.
Yeah, but Samson is closing in on the back down biceps. I mean, he improved so much that you're like... So I really think that it's Samson's show to lose. He's just so dominant in size and thickness. Improved fullness of the arms and the shoulders and back is so much wider. Legs look bigger now, right?
Yeah. So if he got any bigger from the Olympia and then got in the same condition.
Yeah.
The thing is, when you're bigger and have more push, your condition's going to appear different. You know that from being full. We just talked about this. I'm going to ask you guys a question. If Hadi Chopin was in this lineup, would we be discussing like, oh, it's Samson Shota? Like, does it shake it up? Now you got someone that's more comparable to Derek because he's kind of like odd man of the taller. You know what I mean? He's the shorter guy. So what do you think? Would it totally change the scope of things?
Yeah. Hadi from last year was shocking.
I agree. That will be a different panel, for sure. Different picture, different comparisons.
Yeah. And I did say this before, and Hadi knows that I love him to death. But I didn't mention, like, how can you pass the $500,000 payday, right? This is, so some people say, okay, he needs a rest. He needs to refocus on Olympia. Okay. But it's like $500,000 and you're defending champ, right? So I was hoping for that rematch, right?
I don't know if it's the visa's really, really tough for them. And that could be it as well too.
But maybe the reason
even so, you attempt. Your team is working on a visa, and if you fail, you fail. Okay, but he is type of guy that is in shape year round.
Right.
It's not like off season, and he loves to train. He's 10 kilos, 22 pounds off his stage weight.
There's nothing. So it's like you train anyways, you eat anyways. You know, you do everything almost the same way, just maybe in the prep a little bit harder, maybe more focused.
Change 8 weeks. And,
So
just-
yeah, in my situation back then, for that money, hell yeah.
It's
I would
easy
never
for us to
keep
sit
that.
back though and say,
Yeah.
"Hey, we think these guys should be competing." We sat there and Derek made us look bad because we all said, "Oh, Derek should be in this," and he won the Olympia, which I mean, the Olympia title is kind of once you win it, you're the man, right?
Of course.
It's just so easy to look at the money and not think about, But like you said, we were still training like a machine. Sometimes, you finish the Olympia and you're like, "Oh, I just need a break so bad." And
but it's
after
like
4
3
weeks,
weeks,
yes,
yes.
after 4 weeks, you're like,
What now? Yes.
and that's about the window of what you need. I mean, you prep.
You
stuff
don't
around
need 2-3
Christmas.
months
Yeah,
in
you
between.
don't.
No, like you said,
Not
4
when you're
weeks max.
missing like
4
that.
weeks max, and then you're ready to go. I mean,
You're like, okay, I'm bored. I'm gonna let's get after it. And
exactly.
if there was $500,000 check, I think it would get off the couch
I
a
think
lot easier.
especially when you've got yourself with the size that's needed, right? Like especially,
Yeah.
like if you,
Seasoned.
yeah, like you're,
But size, yeah, you had that size.
absolutely.
if you need like
So you don't
20
need
more
a
pounds,
like
okay,
off season
you have to
anymore,
have a
right?
real off season, but like you're just
Like him.
Well,
I'm just trying to justify my actions.
you have no excuses now.
No, I don't.
Because
I
I mean,
will
you're not
compete.
going bigger than what you
No.
are off season now. It's obviously refinement, but we don't want to hear any more dismissals of like, "I need some time,"
There's no time, brother. You will understand that if you're turn 40.
This is the time for me too.
I
Yes,
see your point. Yeah.
like Olympia. I wanted to do 10 my career, so I've done 4, and I want to do 6 more. So that's kind of like
Don't say it. Say 15.
sure.
I said I want to do 10 Olympias, and I did 10.
You did 10. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he was pushed
You
early
know,
on.
and because of my injury.
He'd
If
still be
not,
going.
I will do another
You
5.
would have done more.
Yeah,
so
so
still be going.
as long
don't
as I'm
set
healthy,
it there.
then- okay, yeah.
You'd still be going right now.
Probably,
Yeah.
But I'm thinking back and like, man, maybe that all supposed to be that way, I mean, who knows? Maybe I will still do that, and maybe it'll be not that healthy or feel great like I feel right now, So yeah,
Dennis,
so don't say that.
No.
Like
So
always more, like plan for more.
Okay.
Then you do,
Yeah.
you do more.
Dennis, who do you think the biggest threat to Samson is?
The biggest threat for the best in the world right now is Andrew Jack. I'm a big fan of Andrew. For me, it's an unreal genetics what he has. I mean, it's like everything there. It's most beautiful body on a taller body. Like he's like taller than I am, and weighing 300 pounds. I mean, can you imagine that? I was never 300 pounds on stage, and I was like huge. But look at that guy. I mean, he just needs to bring it in. Bring it. Be detailed, sharp.
So if he's detailed, does he beat Samson?
I think. But Samson is improving too. So he's not sleeping, and of course he's the man to beat. He's Mr. Olympia. So Mr. Olympia is like, you're the best of the best, right? So, and that it's like not even half a year ago that he won the title. And I mean, he has nothing to prove. And everybody's who is competing at the show, they competing against Samson.
What
Yeah,
does
that
Andrew
for
have to
sure.
do to put Samson aside, like what does Andrew have to do to beat him?
He needs
Sure.
better detail in the
Detail.
glutes and hamstrings.
Hamstrings.
And just an overall tighter look. He needs to be drier. Andrew Jack has the best body in the IFBB. I mean, we can argue. You've said Samson. I still think Andrew's structure and his quality and his tie-ins make a huge difference. Yes, there are. Samson does have the density, and the problem is we're going to sit here and break down from their last showing, which both those bodies are not the same that we're going to see. Inside these camps, I know both these guys are coming in bigger, and they're hopefully land in the same condition. If they do that, then it disintegrates anything we're talking about here. Derek also, he's training under a different eye now. he says he's going to be 5 pounds bigger. I don't know if that's good or bad. If his legs are bigger than the Olympia, he's
hard to
already at an
say, yeah.
advantage. Yeah. So like we can't say who's the biggest competition because listen, we don't know what Derek's going to show up. We don't know what Andrew's going to show up. We don't know what Brandon Curry, who people are raving about right now. He looks pretty good,
he looks good.
from what if his balance is there and he's not overly blown out. Like he could be a contender. I mean, remember he finished 4th in a hospital visit at the Olympia last
Yes.
against a good lineup. Yes,
But I think the closest who can get to the title is for sure Andrew.
and I mean you watch Bonnick and him battle for a couple of the Arnold Classics back and forth, right? One beat the other and vice versa. So there's a hell of a battle that. And we mentioned Carlos. We mentioned Akeem, who's coming on stronger every
Akeem
time.
has all the tools to be up there. You know, it's just like with everyone, they just need to be like detailed, in better condition.
Something interesting. Can you say like Derek is coming 5 pounds heavier, right? How can you predict how many pounds you're going to be heavier? You said before yourself you would lose 20, 30 pounds.
Well, I don't think he would because he's a lot.
But I
smaller
think the
structure.
last year there was the same thing for the last year's Olympia. He was coming in bigger, right, and ended up looking with the smaller legs, and so things that you do to get in certain kind of shape and condition, right, can cost you that off season, building as a-
Don't you think that's a bodybuilder thing? Like, I'll be bigger, I'll be becoming bigger.
It's your way to
It doesn't, like,
trust me, guys.
hey, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
Like, what is 5 pounds or 10 pounds? You can lose it the night before.
We talk about
You
it.
know,
You
if you're not
confirm-
in shape, right?
You confirm this.
If you need to pull
leaner
out wall a
dryer
little bit.
looks bigger.
Right.
So leaner dryer looks bigger. Yeah.
254.
That's insane.
I see
See, but everybody were talking you're 280. No way, right?
That was 273, my first Olympia victory.
Hey, get this. 273, and then he says 2009 he was 254.
You see? Like, even less. So
No, but there's no way that this is 254.
I can't see it.
There's no way. His scale was from Romania.
Why Romania?
Because he won in Romania.
Is that where he beat you?
It was his birthday.
He was the MC, He was the MC.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yes.
Wow.
You didn't come through there, did you?
No.
Okay.
I saw you the day after in Amsterdam.
In Amsterdam, yeah. I came to watch. He was like, why the hell you're not competing? I was like, I'm tired. But really, I was so, tired as hell. I did a few shows, and I felt like, man, it's time for a break, But like I said, after like 3 weeks or so, I was about to go, do another thing. But there were no shows anymore.
When your mind and your heart is not in it,
Exactly.
force it.
Yeah.
Well,
There was he that was competing.
yeah.
It was I remember Milos was complaining. You should compete here. Standing next to Jay.
They paid us cash at that show, I think. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
All right, so let's break this down a little bit, Matt.
There's technical issues.
Since we kind of have an idea, I think we all kind of agree Samson's in the driver's seat here. For sure. Andrew, Derek, I mean, it seems that our top 3 seem to be these guys, right? I mean, everyone thinking the top 3. I mean, is there anyone else that can crack the top 3 besides maybe Brandon? Maybe
I just, I just want to see where the judges put Clarita.
Oh yeah, that's very
Because
interesting. Yeah.
he looks as good as he's ever looked. And I told him when I saw him last, I said, just make it uncomfortable because he's going to beat some names.
Absolutely.
He's going to do. I mean, some judges had him above Big Ramy at the Arnold Classic.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
It was not, when you look at the judging score sheets and they compare him, it was
like-
not clear.
Okay.
And that's Big Ramy. And
But
Big Ramy was
it's
in-
all
in
about
crazy
details
shape.
and condition. I mean,
we beat Regan.
Yeah, he beat Regan at...
Damn, you got to say that right here. Poor Regan.
Regan, that doesn't feel good, right? I remember I was beaten by Kida at the New York Pro. I was pissed. You could be the he deserved it.
Well, Ronnie
Pounds bigger.
Cole was mad because Lee Priest beat him. Remember? So
That's like his worst thing of his career. All the things
Yeah, what's
he's
the
done,
worst thing you
Lee Priest beat me.
Lee Priest beat.
But then he beat me again.
So I'm just going to pull up some of these IGs, and then I'll pull the...
Pacific West Injury Law. Injured? Call 602-HURT. Car accident? Call 602-HURT. Our firm is dedicated to you and your recovery.
Something I didn't realize, but Ronnie's career, like, he wasn't always winning. Like,
in the beginning?
he
No
was like
way.
15, 14. I don't know the exact
was
numbers.
last.
He
He
was
was
dead
last.
last for years, and people don't understand. People don't know that. I don't think. This generation now, because I just learned that not long ago.
did you see the comparison that Samson of Olympia versus this now? It's crazy.
he's
I don't know if I saw it somewhere.
Quick. Yeah, because he was not around at that time. Ronnie turned pro like 91, winning the drug-free world championship, right?
I remember.
Yeah, so
It's the last U.S. American winning
So-
the world championship.
drug-free. Okay, so he's the only guy that competed in Olympia drug-free. He did it 92 Helsinki, and he did 94. Yeah.
because he had a bit of a powerlifting background.
So,
He was
yeah.
big,
And then he competed all this time, and he was also competing. Not really stage decoration, but, he would be,
Put that on a T-shirt.
he wouldn't be a factor. But everybody saw him coming. I mean, when you see that physique, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then 95, once he started touching supplements. In 96, Barcelona, I remember I guest posed with him, and Flax was there. And you could see that Flax was just like, oh, shit, what did I do?
coming.
Because remember, Flax is the one that connected him with Chad and told him what to do. So 96 already, he looked like a freak. And then 97, game over.
Imagine the genetics, man. It's like, what the hell?
All right, so what do we think about this? Is this on the screen?
It's on screen now.
Is this real or?
It's little filters for sure. You can see already.
100%, yes, yeah.
Filter is not. He looks ridiculous.
Yeah, filter or not, but look at the size, shape, roundness, depth of his
Depth is
separation.
coming in, yes.
I said with Ronnie, when Ronnie started taking over, 98 if you want, but 99 he came out like a freak, and by the 2003, he's three-headed monster, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's what Samson is becoming.
Yeah.
It really.
There's that side chest again, guys.
That's side chest, yeah. Sure.
There was a side chest on here that you had on the beginning.
That's probably the most powerful side chest of all time.
He didn't look like that last year. I don't know. It's maybe the look, but
I think
Ristis is better.
yeah.
Because Ronnie's had
Ronnie Howard
arms,
is
too.
detail,
Armed detail, yeah.
He did have,
But it's still crazy.
Like
yeah,
sheer-
right.
sheer
When I
size.
compared this to 99
But
British Grand Prix,
when Ronnie would like do the pose and then just
Yeah,
squeeze
the
it,
striation
it's
was,
like man, everything is just bang, comes out,
and his
came
bicep
out.
peak would be just like
Yeah,
bursting.
yeah, insane. Yeah, but that looks
Massive.
beautiful. Yeah, oof, that's bodybuilding.
I'll go to Derek now. I pulled this one up.
that's a great shot of him.
Yeah, that's a cool shot.
Is this what you're seeing here enough to take Samson?
No. I mean, this is a most detail I've seen. Deep abs, good size in the quads and leg separation. Thanks for taking the goddamn picture off so I can analyze it.
Yeah,
Oh, my bad.
there you
What
go.
happened?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
I wanted to analyze.
This post is a carousal. You can go to the right, and there's more shots on this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think. Oh, was it just that pose?
Yeah, it's just that
Oh,
pose.
okay.
It just
okay.
goes
I
from
thought it was a bunch of poses. Okay.
The legs definitely look stand out. He's
Those are
they
great
stand out
legs.
here, but maybe that's just listen, he's doing a different type pose than we've seen.
But kind of, we saw those legs going into 2023
When he guest posed.
and 24, and then it didn't show up on the stage. So I think that his big puzzle is how to keep the legs full
Yeah.
in the stage.
Because
Though.
last year he was flat.
Because with
The
that
leg was
upper
very
body,
flat.
I mean, it's like tremendous back and stuff.
Yeah.
The legs are easy to disappear in the comparison, because of that massive upper
But
body and back.
He needed that more polishment and detail
The abs look
from the front. This pose here, it looks at the tie-in, delts, arms look nice.
You know what I would love to see? Like, no water in the skin, like that type of condition.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I never seen Derek going that far, right?
So you see,
It looks to me like you never went to the limit,
So here is a chain of thought. How did he beat Samson last year at the Arnold Classic? How? On the crazy conditioning.
Yeah.
He knew he was going to be out-muscled, outsized, big time. Andrew and Samson's going to out-muscle him. It's not even close, right? I don't think you should go for
size.
5 pounds more on fullness.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
Hardy conditioning, bone dry, and maybe then you're talking. But when you go bone dry yourself, you lose your legs. Then what?
Exactly. But
So it's a
I mean,
classic-
if you're going to a show like that, it's like one of the biggest shows. So shouldn't you kind of in your prep already try like scheduling or
to see what you
like going up and down with your carbs, like and see what reaction your body gives you, right? So and that's what I will do. That's what I did too. You cannot just do your prep and then a week before the show you start doing something like depleting, hoping it works. No, you have to know what works.
Alignment is perfect.
Right. So and if that like 3 weeks out, for 2 weeks out works, you look great. Just keep it that way, right? So
Andrew doesn't really post updates.
It doesn't.
like some of the other guys do.
That shoulder rear delt exercise was ridiculous.
that video,
Yeah, that'd be
Oh my God.
nice.
Yeah.
That's a cool one.
look.
He's got the wide shoulders. He's got the structure like
Yeah.
we talk about. It's all
Look
going to
at
come
it.
down to what he looks like
my
from
God.
behind. That's really what is going to determine his.
Like 2 heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
But
3
then-
delts like 2 heads.
Yeah. Jay, you didn't have a striated glutes only maybe 1 year, right? But in general,
It wasn't the thing, no.
It's,
That
uh,
is
especially
particular.
not comparable to Ronnie Coleman. It was like goddamn glutes all over the place. I mean, Samson doesn't have a striated glutes. So Andrew doesn't necessarily need to
He
have
just
a-
needs to be tighter, though, in the hamstrings.
But even if you just see through,
Yeah.
right? That's enough.
Like
You
I
know,
had it
because
online.
yeah. So you just play a little bit, squeeze it in there, and then make it look
Whereas
good.
They said tighter from
Whereas
behind.
Jared does have the glutes.
Oh yes,
it's like-
deep.
That's where he
Deep.
stands out.
Yes.
In that pose.
I mean, back poses are his for sure.
Back double for sure.
Yes.
And it's pretty good lat spread. Okay, so here's the question. If he looks so good on the lat spread from behind, how come he doesn't show the same width lat spread from the front? And he
That's a big question.
yeah.
Basically, you look better from the front than from the back,
But
right?
he had a
But he's the opposite.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
that's weird to me. Like if you already have that condition on your back glutes and stuff, right? Why
I
is
see
not
it
in the
this way. I
front?
discussed this a little bit with Chris Cormier. Front lat spread, if you can pull out the lats from the back, right? It's there, okay? It's all the way here.
Yeah.
So now turn around, and I did this with Flex Wheeler back in the day. He was not hitting correctly. I said, do it from the back, and then let's look from the front, and they look better. But if lats are here, but then they do something different, and lats are like 1 inch shorter on
Right.
both sides. No, lat spread calls for spreading your lat maximum.
Yes.
The most V-taper. Don't think of so much of this and this and that. That's
Just
what
spread it
V-taper-
and lift
Spread
your
it.
chest up. That's it.
Yeah, lift the chest up.
That's it.
Yeah.
Just lift the chest up and like the striation come in right away. You just
Okay,
lift it up.
Sean Clarita, that's the most thickness I've ever seen on him, right?
Round.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shit.
See, when he opens up like this, he looks big. He's narrow, but he didn't look narrow.
I mean, guys, he's going to be a top 5 guy. Do we think?
Yeah,
I think so.
very possibly.
I think he will.
So
Very possibly.
he's very complete.
Like, is he a 5th or 6th guy, or I mean, is he?
I mean, he's like a short Ronnie Coleman, you know. So
But can he be in the top 3?
Depends on the other guys.
yes, I would say that. I would say that. I mean, if
Andrew
you're
and,
in all in great condition,
Jared?
I don't think it's possible.
You know, one thing for sure. Okay, if you're not showing the legs, it's always a reason.
Well, he was showing the legs in some other videos that I saw. Legs seemed to look really.
Can you find it?
I'm just.
They were coming to life. Yeah, they're better.
I mean, remember he was kind of criticizing.
It was-
legs were down a little
Yeah.
bit.
At the Olympia, they were.
Yeah, it
down,
was.
right?
It was.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you pack that any more muscle onto
That's
the?
not. It's impossible. It's like
When I saw him at Dragon's Lair, his legs were already coming up big time. But what I'm saying is, right, this is a video you're going to post, and it's check the condition and that, but you just show us half.
Yeah.
why, right?
Yeah, right.
I agree. I agree with
The
you.
tourism, okay?
He keeps
You want
That's
to
again.
surprise everyone?
That's from our.
That was the national
the
show.
I saw some pictures somewhere. I don't know who posted them, but it had the legs in them.
He put an update. Was this before
That
Olympia?
we were-
Or?
Says prep has begun.
It's in the beginning. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, he's
can't
grown
say
quite
much.
Yeah, he's grown quite a bit.
Yeah, because it's hard to imagine. I mean, guys, Brandon Curry's still in this lineup. The guy was Mr. Olympia. He's got a lot of density still.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe that he'll beat Brandon,
Yeah, I think
because Brandon still has the crazy shape. I mean, look at
Brandon's good.
I mean, he's V taper.
Yeah.
All
Okay,
that.
his quarter turn, I love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vinny's asked me that question before. Best ever Brandon. Will he have a chance?
yeah, win.
That'd be tough. Definitely.
I would say it's tough because, like,
Yeah.
Samson and Andrew are
He's only gonna argue
impressive, very impressive,
because Hadi and
they're not
19
lacking in legs.
It depends on what the other guys look like. What if they're all off and he's his all-time best?
Okay, so
100% he wins.
So here it is. Best what we've seen so far. The best
Like when he won
Brandon, best Samson, best Andrew, best Derek.
I don't think he can then. Those other guys are just too complete from head to toe. That's just my opinion.
And then we throw in Akeem, who
He might have the craziest arms in the
I mean, look at the biceps, look at the side poses on this guy.
Why is it hat?
It's hard to believe. Like this,
Shit.
That's possibly the best.
doesn't look real.
Yeah.
What looks like a drawing,
do
doesn't
you
it?
know whose arms those look like? J.D. Dawodu. Oh, he had crazy biceps.
But exactly the same. Like
Yes. Ronnie Coleman had a new.
yeah, Ronnie is.
I mean, these poses on him are pretty
Crazy.
side chest is.
I mean, we sat in UK and watched him hit side poses, and he could have had the best side poses.
But see,
I wonder what
like
the tape
he
is
needs
for.
he needs
doesn't
some help
lift-
with posing.
He
too.
doesn't lift the chest up. Look.
Yes.
No.
He doesn't pose right, even though he looks great, right?
Inside triceps is
A lot
also
of detail
ridiculous.
in the side quad, hamstring,
Yeah.
everything.
What's that tape?
You know what I like? The back, back double
It
bicep.
is.
Look, wow.
You know how they criticize him something like low lat insertions?
No, that's fantastic. But back double bicep, we need to see that. That was his
He probably won't.
worst pose, right?
Back to the biceps, yeah.
Kind of the back disappeared right away.
It is.
I don't think Kai's in
That's
there.
what Emily says. Like, but okay, he loses that pose. Okay.
Yeah, it's just one
There's
of
some
many,
more
right?
poses.
Shout out to TRT Kingdom.
Yeah.
Click the link below for your free consultation.
Yeah, free consult.
No shameless plug.
Hollingshead.
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen much
You don't
updates
really
of him.
know what he looks. Yeah, I don't know.
Looks hard though.
Yeah,
James.
he's had some time off, right? Like I mean,
Took a whole year.
If he brings his best ever, he's going to be super competitive.
Now he's committed to doing a few of the shows. He's running this season.
He's
isn't he?
doing Detroit.
I don't know why it's like with James. It's there's one problem I see. He looks a little bit washed out on stage,
Well, that doesn't.
Yeah.
right? So it's like nothing is
it's
popping.
like-
He's not doesn't
this
pop
was-
at all. Nothing. So
2006
gonna before,
or-
yeah, looks good, all that, and then unfortunately, on stage is not the same.
Yeah, I tell you this: we were commentating. Matt and Jay went to the Arnold Classic UK, and I didn't. I was just watching online, and I had a feeling that, James was off, and everything I was saying was off. And then he brought the high definition video. He said, "Holy shit, it's completely different than what I saw."
Okay.
So I had to eat my words.
All right.
Yeah.
It's Brandon.
I love Brandon's physique. I have a feeling he's a little smaller.
I know, but the balance might be better for him.
Maybe, yeah.
Makes sense.
Here's his leg.
Makes sense, yes. Because the leg's an issue. Always big.
Because the upper body was very
Always big, kind
But if
of.
you want a more balance and lose the size upstairs,
But, I mean,
trade-off.
maybe the whole picture changes, Or, I mean, if it's like not overpowering the lower body, like
If you remember, he's got the
comparison.
crazy V-taper.
Yeah.
That's one thing he has. He has the crazy arm.
Is this his first time he's prepped in the States in a while?
Yes. First time.
Hard to count him out, though, guys.
No, we don't
we
do
don't
that.
cut him out.
No, not at all.
You know,
Oh,
I mean, he's a champion. 2-time, right? One.
He won 2 Arnolds.
Two Arnold's.
yeah,
2 Arnolds, you see?
Arnold's.
this was the first time standing bench press in Germany, like
Yeah. So there's his side chest.
80 something when I went there, and they had that standing bench press. I loved it.
Yeah. But it's
Yeah,
some companies start
I'm assuming this is
making
a
them
picture
again.
of the.
this is now.
Of his check.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, he's still got the grays there.
Yeah. Great
Looks
beard.
Like, it looks like it's recent.
Yeah.
Recent.
The hamstring from the side is crazy. Look at that.
His side chest.
For sure.
Side chest are crazy.
It's even better.
I mean, listen, when he went
Condition
against
is great.
Rami the year Rami won, there was still that. Was Brandon good enough? We
No,
talked.
man.
I mean, people still argued that he could have won that.
Yeah.
100%.
so.
Yes, yeah.
So
I mean,
He's
guys,
still-
he is the Mr. Olympia.
he's mature.
He is not a low-class bodybuilder or pro. I mean, he is
I mean,
up
you
there.
Feel Heat and Hardy at that show.
Right.
can we get who else we got for pulling up here?
Oh yeah.
William.
I've seen more abs here this time than ever before.
Really?
He did it good. Look.
Oh, he's like shit, yeah.
Dude, his hamstring tie-in like from the side is crazy. He really improved his legs a lot. Remember, he was having a leg issue.
Yeah.
Is he? I thought he was announcing wrapping up his career. I mean,
I hope not.
that pose
It is
doing.
improving.
Yeah, he is.
And he comes conditioned like crazy.
Right, you look. Oh.
Dance like crazy.
Who's helping?
Stefan also.
Okay, he's doing a great job with him.
Yeah,
Is this recent, man?
'cause he was done, right? Like he was gonna
Look at the date.
No, it is.
What is it? No?
It's over a year.
I'm looking.
Yeah.
I'm going. It's the top one.
Oh, what are we looking at?
Holy shit. It was pain.
Yeah.
That's
This
recent.
one here is recent.
Okay.
What did it say?
This one's a week ago.
That's a
Wow.
picture.
That looks sharp.
Oh, it's in condition.
The obliques.
I remember he was
So,
second at
okay,
the Olympia.
let's analyze this pose. Hold on, okay. So,
That's his favorite pose.
okay. I just want to hear your opinion.
We prefer an ab and thigh shot.
Oh, that's a video.
yeah.
It looks
Well-
like a real.
Okay, he's locking the quad, but you couldn't see really striations. If you pop the hip flexors right here and you have a separation, it will
bring it
do
down
more
further.
for him.
Yes.
Now, intercostals are not his issue. He always had the intercostals very good, but the ab depth. And here is pretty good right here. So if right now he focuses on the abs like this,
Pulling it
like this,
this
like this,
way, yeah.
okay?
Yes.
And just slightly flatten the linea alba right there.
Sit on it.
It would
a
be
little bit.
perfect.
Yeah.
But most of the people here, they twist and they hit just intercostals, but then
You're losing it. Yes, you're losing it there. Yeah.
So that pose would be okay if you flatten the stomach and just slightly
Sit on the intercostal.
Mostly you don't realize that what in what order you have to
Yeah.
prepare the pose. Breathe out and then squeeze right? And then and not squeeze and breathe out. You know, so that makes a big difference.
The thing about this,
He's
he's
a
a Tony Regan fan. I told.
Is
I
he your
told,
first call-out guy?
He could be.
Regan.
Is he like so many times that he's finally told me like, "Hey, shut up."
Is he a first? Is he a first?
Is he a first call-out guy, William?
He could be very, very well. His dance. You see him at the Dubai show. Right?
Great.
So let me backtrack a little bit. I said Sean top 5. I mean, you start looking at all these.
So compare Sean.
I mean, you know, when we start going down the lineup, I mean, Akeem,
Tough, man.
Someone's
Brandon
going to have to beat
Cutlery.
some big names to move up.
These judges are
But
good.
even James is, you know, he's still
William,
a big dude.
William and Sean. Okay, they're both narrow, but they both dance. Okay, and it's gonna be pose by pose. Now William has a much better chest, I think. Sean still, Sean has overpowering delts, and not as
Yeah, the chest looks a little bit smaller than
yeah.
to the to the delts.
Carlos Thomas.
Is this new?
It says 5 weeks ago.
I mean, a massive guy. But serious.
Yeah, the only concern with him is just obviously he doesn't have a lot of stage presence, and you know he's still fresh. I feel like he's making progress. Especially, I know there's some criticism on his back, which they've been showing some back, and I mean it's improved, but that's what it's all about. I mean, remember he was third to Hunter and Andrew in Texas.
Yeah.
I think his last showing.
That was Texas right there.
Okay.
It was a year and a half ago.
But
So he's no slouch. He just needs more quality in stage presence. And I feel like, you know, with that size, you just have to bring in a little more detail.
Yeah, with quality comes with time. So
Yes.
and then he's been working on it. I think
Taking a lot of time.
he's making improvements.
And he's a pretty
Will
young
be
guy.
interesting to watch. Yeah, what he brings to the stage.
Patrick Moore's doing the show.
I mean, we talked about him years ago with the shape. It comes down to what
I remember he had like a Achilles injury, didn't he?
or is it?
Kind of put him out for about a year.
Yeah.
I don't know how much he's.
him with the more legs would be competitive, but
Yeah.
still.
See, I forgot he was in the show. This is very, very competitive competition for sure.
And Justin Rodriguez is the last.
All right.
Yeah.
What did he finish in Boston, Regan, when you competed?
Second, no?
Second,
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Right. Bonnick won, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And who was third? Samson?
But somehow I feel like
it's Cutler, right? And then Samson was fourth.
I feel like he's not improving anymore. He's kinda like getting worse. Every show he competes. Yeah.
I thought he came back a little bit. I thought he started to get some rhythm back, but
then again, kinda did that.
I mean, he's got a great back to bicep.
I remember I saw him first time in New York. He was second or third, like really, really good. I mean, and then did Olympia and all that. But the last couple of years, I feel like something's not working for him. Something is off.
I can.
How many deep is this list? Is it 12?
This is it. Yeah.
Is it 12 total guys?
Yeah, De La Rosa was originally on it,
right.
but he pulled out. But I have a couple videos I can put up. This is the one that I played earlier, and just to have these are the two people that, like, if, you know, Milos saying the guy who looks closest to Samson would most likely have, you know, the best shot. But we'll just go through these.
Remember, this is the Olympia.
This is the Olympia last year.
Which I don't understand how Andrew was completely ignored and overlooked. I mean, he wasn't super sharp, you know, okay, but is a compare condition of those two. I mean,
He's
so
not.
I just don't understand why they didn't give him a chance.
He is not in a worse condition than Samson, right?
No.
I mean,
But why they kind of, like you said, ignored him?
Who wins this?
so okay, let's
Sean?
go with Jay first.
I mean, so we know Samson won, so it's kind of, but
Yeah.
I mean, looking at, I just think Andrew has that crazy. I mean, you got to kind of like cross one off and look at the other. There's definitely in this pose, Andrew has more separation, more detail, more peaked biceps. It really comes down to midsection. I mean, I don't know, the legs. I mean, he could be posing his legs maybe a little better, like Samson kind of does that little twist.
Samson's
So it
piking
makes
one leg,
it makes his X look better, maybe. But damn, Andrew's impressive here. But I feel like Andrew's legs were a little down. Do you guys feel that way for the Olympia?
Not separated enough. That's it. Yeah.
They just don't look like Samson still dominates the legs here. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, it's that 2D, 3D thing. Two-dimensionally, maybe not, but 3D, when you turn around, you could see.
See, when he bends down his legs, but there's just not as much fullness there.
I like how Samson pulls the vacuum there a little bit.
But it's like not
somebody's
so much
pointing up.
difference. Yeah.
You squatting?
No, it's just somebody.
Somebody else is.
I just found it. Yeah.
Okay, wait.
Well, you see, he won, so they gave it
Front
front double.
The front.
We take a shot at this.
I
They
just
look
think
similar here.
They look similar. That's Andy's crazy shot. It doesn't look so good in this video
Does
for some
not.
reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
This video does.
the legs don't have the oomph that
Yeah.
they normally would.
But you know that's his shot. We remember him from Texas.
Okay, well,
Texas. I mean, he
let's
will
see who wins
be
this.
like a statue.
According to
like,
this thing,
Yeah.
I think too.
they said Andrew won it.
See?
It's just a hamstring different size.
So what I was saying before, do you think that just Andrew's not posing the side to show him as good as he could?
You know, the size in legs is definitely a difference. right?
Listen, Samson's leg doesn't look like this anymore.
No.
I mean, so throw this thing out because it's so much bigger. He looks so. Dude, think about this side chest that we just looked at compared to that. I don't care how much water he drops. He's way bigger right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, but muscle by muscle. When you look at Andrew Jack's chest, it's crazy. You see him in person, full stride and everything, but it doesn't translate in this pose for sure. So some adjusting needs to be done. Can he beat Samson in side pose? I don't think so. You know, whatever he does, he can improve to look better and maybe beat Derek in those poses.
Look at that.
Okay.
It's tough.
This is competitive.
That is
very much.
actually, yeah.
I mean, look at Andrew's bicep peaks from behind. Look at compared to Samson.
Details in the middle of the back, like all the way through.
But that's Olympia conditioning. And like I said, I don't know why he was ignored so much. And
I still have Samson winning this.
Yeah.
shot, though.
it's more thickness, like 3D,
Legs are bigger from behind.
Yeah, it had best thigh gap.
more muscle.
But I think Andrew's physique is more beautiful.
Yeah,
Like-
lines.
Compared Flex to Ronnie. Something like that. You know? Look, yeah, like
So here you can
Andrew's
see the-
back is like lacking a little bit, so it needs more
Samson's got more
details.
hamstrings too.
Hamstring size, the
thickness.
Yeah,
lats
thickness.
goes to the bottom, but also Samson's kicking back, so lower lats are showing more. You know, versus Andrew. Maybe
Okay.
if Andrew posed it, just
So here's the one thing. Andrew has better abs than Samson, but Samson show way more abs than him.
Yeah.
And these are the kind of things that this is how can you make this?
If you're not showing it
yeah,
in the
it's not what you
comparison,
have, it's what you show.
yeah,
So arms wise, shoulders wise, chest wise, okay, he's there. Right? And if you make abs look crazy in the side tricep pose,
that's a different picture.
different picture completely.
Totally. Look, if you look at Andrew, he's not squeezing shit, right? So like just twist it a little bit here and there and just breathe out.
He got
It's
into
all
the
will
pose.
pop, will
Yeah.
pop.
Yeah, he got into the pose, but he didn't show the muscle.
Exactly.
You know?
Yes. So
I'm in position, but I'm not showing you anything.
So I think he's losing it during the comparison. So when he hits the poses, he's losing it because he's not 100% there.
But he's
Like
told me too,
not
when he
even
poses,
wanting to.
Like I guess he saw me posing, and I at one of the Olympiads, I was sweating a little bit. And he was like, Regan, I think you're like posing too hard. Like when you go up, you're flexing. Like you don't need to really flex when you hit the pose. You just kind of stand there. It doesn't make a difference between like
100%
really
or
squeezing it
80%.
and not squeezing it, but it
But
does
always.
maybe a little bit.
Some
Yes,
muscles.
yes, for some muscles, yeah,
So
like
he
bring it out
usually
and
goes up.
twist a little bit or something like that. It
So I
makes
think he goes
a big
up
difference.
Kind of like, just kind of hits. You can see it in him though. He kind of just
Yes,
casually
yeah,
hits
yeah,
it.
yeah.
He's not really.
That's why, like
tense
what
and
I'm saying, he needs to kind of bring more power
maybe
in
he'll
it.
become more alive.
Yes, then everything will pop differently.
But look at the waistline. Yeah. Look at
I mean,
even legs. Look at the separation.
Crazy.
It's not as much size, but okay, that's I think plenty of size and great separation, good shape. He has a calves, small waist, lats pop out, arms look great. You know, I keep mentioning Flex Wheeler. He's going to probably hate me for that. In ab shot, he was super flat. I mean, there was no V taper the way he posed.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Stop right there.
Samson's most muscular is just ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. And they say that he doesn't have much striations. He does have some striations you can really see here, but he's just so powerful.
Guys, if I look at that comparison and compare the pictures, how Samson looks right now, it's like day and night.
Yeah. He's bigger. He's bigger. Yeah. Really, shoulders alone are
and more striations, more details.
But Andrew Jack is a specimen.
Yeah, look at that. Look, it's all there. Look, as soon as he starts squeezing it, it comes out like it pops.
So this could be pretty much quite accurate judging. Did you see?
I pulled this up just because it was Derek. You know, just
what year was this one?
last year. The quality's not super great.
Yeah, it was just Derek's legs were flat.
Yeah,
That was it.
So Derek's legs bigger. Does it make that much of a difference?
It would help a lot.
Absolutely, yes.
He does have that great V taper on the front of bicep, but here he doesn't. Yeah. What are they talking about?
Yeah, legs make a big difference. They change the picture. Even just like short look makes you clear, you know, like something is missing, and then that's legs. You know?
NVIDIA doesn't show the real picture in the person. Samson Saitsas is way more dominant. I mean, Samson's backdoor biceps improved leaps and bounds. But
the year before, Derek was peaked so perfectly. Everything was like...
I could still give backdoor biceps to Derek.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think so.
It's hard not to give it to him. It's like,
but here, I mean, freeze right here. Okay. Jay, who do you give a lot spread?
I don't know. I still like Derek in this pose,
Yeah,
guys.
Derek's just as he's just as wide as these other.
Yeah, he's just had a lot of density, and I like the hamstring tie-ins. And I mean,
so you don't see anything what's missing in that pose on Derek, right? The other guys, there's like, oh, this and that, but with Derek, is like he's complete in that pose.
I feel like he's just got a lot of width. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
And shorter, just as wide, it means that he's pound for pound lighter.
Yeah. Pound for pound.
And I'm not. I like Derek from the side too in a lot of poses. Like I like he opens up. Like right now he's opened up. Like to me, like Samson right now is closed up.
Yes.
He's too
You need to
to the
twist a
side.
little bit.
I mean, I don't know if he does, but like I'm just watching a video. That's why I said the videos are hard to tell. But then you look at Hadi, who's got. I mean, look at his intercostals and it's hard because you're looking at him too, who's not in this contest that we're leading.
Yeah, but okay, wait. That was a perfect example. I have a point to make. Go back in the pose. Samson's super flat stomach with good abs and thick chest hanging over. I mean, it's powerful. Now, when you turn that shoulder in, which Derek did the most, now you include shoulder, chest, shoulder, so you get the more width upstairs. Yeah. But his abs are not very good, so that big section, you know.
I have a feeling Derek's abs will be the best they've been in this lineup. They're coming
and
from just.
I think that Derek can do the better ab shot from the side triceps pose than in the ab pose. I've seen him move around, and here you just need to crunch down a little bit, and you would be perfect. Hadi has a flattish chest. And you can see here in this pose that he doesn't have a powerful right here. But he's so detailed that you start looking at the detail rather than the whole pose. I told you 2 years ago that Samson side triceps was like ridiculous. When I really analyzed so much chest, so much leg, so much shoulder arm, and now he's doing abs very well.
He's doing the old. Whose style was that?
Dorian and Hunter brother. Yeah. You have to have a hamstring to position your legs like that.
And the calves. They're so full. There's no no striations. Like it's full as a house.
Okay.
That's what's so crazy because that can be so full, but the glutes can be so striated, and then it's just
A mystery to me.
yeah. It's
I heard Honey Rambo was talking about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, and like how he dries out parts of the body. And that's impossible. I'm gonna
Parts of the
I'm gonna
body.
dry out, some part, but not the other.
is it massage technique?
How can I drown? How can I drown my gut?
What's the secret? Milos.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. But I'm competitor, so I didn't want to ask.
Like what?
Okay.
FS27.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, just pump it out. That's it.
Massage technique, maybe.
It's last pose. Okay, last pose.
You can lose water from like legs or so. Yeah, but they're like
It's just
skinny legs.
You can
Yeah.
direct the water from one part to another and dry out this and not that. That was perfect example. That's now last punchline, most muscular. This is how I finished the show, and they all did like 2 seconds, and then they move into the other one. Like you were saying, Andrew Jack told you not to squeeze crazy to 100%, right? Well, most muscular is pose when you squeeze everything out of you. The more you squeeze, the more detail you're gonna get, right? And the longer you stay, the more and better you're gonna be. But they just move from this pose to the other one to the other one.
Yeah.
I would stick with the crazy one. Yeah.
What's your mindset, Regan, when you look at you're the only one competing in this table today. Like when you look at these guys, look at Andrew and a Samson, who you've beaten Samson before.
Yeah.
Like how what's your mindset? Is it are you eager to get back on stage and be at that level competing with these guys?
Yeah, I'm excited this year. I can't wait. Yeah, I think I've got the size now. Now it's just like coming in, at my best, 100%.
Do you have a target? Do you think you're going to be heavier than you were in the past? You talk about weight at all? You're just kind of watching how it falls.
Yeah, I think I will be a little bit heavier than I was before. But again, it's just like about bringing it all together and getting, as shredded as possible, too. So.
This is probably the biggest he's been this far out with this.
What are you weighing out?
295, 95. So eating like 5,200 calories, it's a lot.
It's okay, huh?
Yeah. 5,200, yeah.
Calories.
Yeah, that's a lot.
How many meals do you eat a day now? 7 meals. Are you waking up to eat, or are you?
That one is tough number.
I know. I used to have to wake up I used to sleep 2 hours and then wake up.
I tried that,
7.
and
yeah,
no way, man. That's
a lot of nights. It was very hard for me to get up, and because I would do the cardio after my 7th,
Right.
so I'd have to sleep, wake up, eat,
Wow.
and then I would do the cardio.
So you'd almost have a nap, and then,
That,
which is weird. I
that's a
haven't
bigger
started
patient,
cardio
huh?
yet. And there's no cardio.
We all did that, right? Man.
How many
Yeah.
weeks?
Yeah,
how many
we're
weeks now
starting
you have?
12 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't do a lot of cardio either, did you?
No. We're
No?
shows. I will do cardio. Some shows I will.
He trained his ass off, though. Yeah, I mean, he trained.
I've
Always.
never seen you at LVAC in Sahara, but he was a beast.
He was a
In LVC, you guys remember my training partner, former training partner, Jan?
Yeah.
So, he's Russian. So we will speak Russian all the time. And then we got used to that. We will speak like loud and blah, blah. And everybody would look at us like, what the fuck is going on?
Like yelling at each other. Like,
Let's go. So like, what the hell is going on? And he will go and then like, okay, what's next? I say like, okay, I don't know. That exercise. He will go there like, and everybody will just leave. It's like, hey, come on. Yeah, it was fun. But so, and then I met another friends with him, Art. He's a personal trainer. The guy I'm shooting with all the time. So, and he was like telling me, so before he knew me, you will come into the gym and like hear some fucking
Intimidated,
swearing
yeah.
in Russian. Like, what the fuck is going on? You see, like, oh, that's Wolf.
Do you swear a lot in Russian? Because
Yeah, I mean,
like every other word.
it's a Russian language. It's kind of normal.
Yeah.
Why don't you teach us some?
What do you want to know?
Now, did you always have a training partner, or was it here and there? Or?
Like half of my career, yes. Yeah. I would have in Germany a training partner, and then maybe a year here when I came to US, I will train by myself, and then Robert Boneka was my first one, and then
Nate
I
came
met
in for a while too. He was working.
and
out
then I
with
met Jan, and then since then we will.
This is
train.
a trainer or just a training partner? Like
Partner,
he
training
trains, you
partner,
train.
no, training partner. So he will push me, like the last 2-3 reps, he will be there, So yeah, that was very important, and I mean, in the beginning of the workout, I will probably not talk for 50 minutes because I needed to get into it, and then we will start talking. But he knew already, what's going on. So it's very important that your training partner understand that. Some people would say, "Oh, why you're not talking?" And then, make you crazy. Leave me in peace. But it worked amazing, So, and he was probably more pissed when I didn't place well. He was like, I don't even want to take a picture, everybody's smiling. He was like, "No, wait."
I don't know if you remember 2007 when we trained at the Coliseum. I didn't allow anybody to say anything during a training. There's no
And it was not possible to say a word.
But also the people that would come in, right? Don't say hello. Like, if I say not done it, someone say hello. Okay, but then you're gonna ask him, how was your trip? And how is your this and how is your that? Like, there was like Chris Lakasha, like one of the guys. He was so pissed off at me because he wanted to. It's a brain surgery right now. That's what you're doing, right?
You're working out. You
know,
focus on that.
right? And they were offended. But you just trained with the Keon and then with the Kai, right?
Yeah,
So how was that?
it was really good. It was fun.
Kai is
I had never trained with or actually hung out with much, so.
But it's like 3 hours, right, with Kai?
Yeah,
Until he starts training, it's like
he's
working, warming up for an hour and this and that, right?
Yeah.
Is it
We
like
did, well, we
that?
did my workout.
Oh, okay.
I've seen the pictures of you posing in front of Kai, and it's very impressive. I don't know, you don't want to show it?
I don't know if he's posted.
I haven't even seen them.
No, because, you look bigger, leaner, much more separation, better control of abs. You know me. I look for, it's very impressive. Yeah, unless you photoshopped it. I don't know.
I don't know how to Photoshop.
What is that, right?
I don't know how. So if I post it, it's
You want
real.
to tell the truth? That yesterday you and Regan were photoshopping two people.
Oh boy, Milos, Jay, do you remember the time where
Milos won't post bubbles.
used to morph the pictures?
Of course,
it.
yeah.
Remember that? Sometimes they post my
This is
morph
comparison.
picture. It's like, oh, look at Wolf.
I
You
reposted
look
a
like
couple.
that. Yeah,
reposted
like
a
morph
couple,
pictures.
man.
Remember that? Morphed.
The black
Like-
and whites, like
Yeah, it's like they will make like shoulders bigger, arms bigger.
Well, I know my pictures of you in Coliseum Gym, that was perfect. You already look phenomenal, but then they still Photoshop it on top.
yeah.
It pisses me off, right? Because my photo is your body, and you didn't need it at all, but then they just enhance it so much, and now like the whole picture is fuck up.
Yeah. No, I mean, if you know Milos, he was like a mastermind in everything, even in taking pictures. That's insane. Training, posing,
That's
posing for pictures.
they probably
That was the training session.
But you posed for me at the Coliseum Gym under that light, remember? That was a fucking phenomenal photo. I still
That's the best place ever, man.
Yeah, the Christian was pissed off because
he leaked them.
I wish I was still there.
Only time I was pissed.
Yeah.
There was the evening before I left to Vegas. I was shaved. I was like already kind of okay. I did everything, We posed already with Milos, blah blah blah. And then I came in, was like 11 at night into the gym, and he's like, "Let's pose, take a picture." It's like, No, I'm already done. I'm already focused on my trip to Las Vegas. You know, it was 2007. It was Wednesday, and Thursday I will drive to Vegas.
So you see the mentality, right? Okay.
You got more excited to take the pictures
Yes.
than anything. He didn't. He already knew you
I
looked
don't
good,
know
but he was more excited.
any, bodybuilding or any bigger bodybuilding fan than Milos. 100%. I mean, it's
What else are you gonna do at 11 o'clock at night with pose? You know.
Go to sleep.
pause and take pictures. Right? Take pictures.
Yeah, that's why I have the biggest photo archives in the history of
Yes, 100%.
Jay, how about training partners?
That's why you're posting 10, 20 times on Instagram every day.
Prep or
No,
off-season?
necessary thing. No, I just I had people that came around that were there.
for periods of
Yeah,
time.
just but remember, I was the media thing. The media was good for me early on, so I started doing YouTube in 08 and and then 09 it was like getting the pictures so I could actually see what I looked like, because remember my confidence was hammered after I lost to Dexter, and
right.
even 07. Yeah, listen, 07 I didn't have the best showing, and then 08 I lost. And then
I
was
understand.
so I was like, man, am I even good enough anymore? So when I came back in 09, I put a good group around me. So like I had a big off season.
Yeah, I remember
group,
you
and it was
won't even say hello.
Yeah, we had a lot of good people. Yeah.
Like,
But
just
I was
too-
But he needed
too
that.
locked-
I
you were
understand.
just too locked in.
Back then, I was like, what's wrong with him? But
I was
I understand,
locked in, yeah.
what he was going through. Yeah.
It was just a lot of no one really was behind me in a sense. It's like after you win, it's like, okay, next guy, and Phil was coming up and Dexter, and I mean,
That's interesting. You say you even question if you're good enough. You got them second in the world. You like whereas
the seconds. I can't imagine what that
yeah,
was like.
but
it's-
I looked at it as like, what, it was always a controversially second too. Is like, I mean, you just said that he was in the fifth or whatever, and
I've known that I like to exaggerate the things a little bit.
I understand, but it's still you still start to wonder if your body's going in a direction.
Yeah.
But I get it because in 2009, as I didn't make the top 15, I changed everything what I've been doing before.
Probably you're like, oh,
I was angry at myself.
Well, you're probably
that
confused, too.
Yeah, and confused. That's why I understand all of that. It doesn't matter were number one the year or 2 years before. If you don't like how it goes, you change everything. So, and I understand totally. So that's what I did too.
Maybe it's different for you because you won the Olympia 4 times and you beat just about everybody. But again, when you see physique like Dennis at his prime, you have to appreciate it.
No, I did, but I still thought Dennis needed more maturity from behind. Like you guys talk about the lats, but he needed more hamstrings and back. And when he hit his stride, and I think that's what Samson kind of did. I think it was just like that's when he arrived, and he was like a solidified top 3-2 guy. That's where and that's when you're saying, 07, I still feel he was missing the quality that he had later when he started winning. And
Of course, it was different. Yeah.
the more mature he was. I mean, in 07, you were what age?
7,
Remember?
28, 29.
Yeah, so he's still coming into his own, but he had to fill out. He was longer, so when you have the shorter guys more compact, it's just. But I was seeing him as like, okay, this is a future. But remember, I didn't know how long I was going to go. I mean, I never planned to go as long as I did. Every year was like, okay, am I going to go this year? And for me, I had a lot of finances,
There's
right?
2007 right there. These pictures, right there.
Pretty disrespectful cover, but
He changes everything.
yeah.
what was it that very
How
what was it kept you like, I'm going to do more? I mean,
The contract.
I'm sure he didn't like the cover.
Yes, I was paid.
yeah.
I'll honestly admit that I was paid. I mean, I still wasn't. I couldn't. I signed a 5-year deal, and
Like, I'm
I
gonna
still
Right there, right there,
I had to
right
honor
there.
it.
Yeah. Which one?
I think the back double bicep because down, to the right all the way, yeah.
Yeah, that's
What was
13.
year?
That's 13.
No, but I want to see what Jay is saying about he needs more hamstring.
Well, no, this was weird.
Was 13?
Yeah, so he was already in his own then.
Sweep on the quads.
Super so crazy.
Well, he had the small waist too.
Yeah.
Martin gives me a little bit like he's got a pretty
Yeah, Martin is, it's like a mix
get there.
between kind of Branch and Branch when he was young and Phil. like
Do they see this or
nice muscle.
Yeah, I have it up.
is this?
It
one
was
of your
13
betters?
when I finished third. That was like already
What's
perfect.
your best look?
I would say in
Getting
like when I got a little bit older, more mature, that was the best look.
You beat Sean Roden there, right? And then
Yes.
The amount of lines in the legs.
Yeah.
Like every.
Everyone beat me.
Jay told me like
what do you
fuck
do?
that. Not third, second at least. He told me. Yes, on stage.
What's impressive though is like in the lineup because it's like everyone's here and then you're just like so.
Yeah. It was just all
I remember that.
Look at the shoulders and arms.
Just think if you would have had a nice tan prior to putting the tan on, Dennis.
that was always an issue.
Because you did days before.
with tan, this guy was white as a ghost. You know.
It's like look, all the
Not for Dennis.
fault.
You competed.
So the tanning stuff was a pro tan. That will turn green.
I
Sometimes
know,
do this and that. It was a big issue. Then
Had issue with it.
that was already a different company from Germany. You see, I look more even, you know. So, and I understand now if I look at the shows and the guys are not like in the best, bring not the best tan, like James Holling said sometimes. And I see myself like I had that freaking
Branch
issue
Warren, too.
Branch, yeah. So yeah,
They could get in your.
I've always felt like I looked better until I put a tan on. I don't know how you guys are, but
I was losing.
I think you put on that tan and it makes you look like smoother.
yes.
It does for sure.
And you did that in Europe, right?
That was weird.
by a
man.
bee.
I remember I messaged Milos. I said, we got a problem.
Yeah.
I'm like, he looks bad. He's like, can't be that bad. And I sent him a picture, and he's like,
I'd have felt.
oh, shit.
I went from like ready to the show to like 6 weeks out in hours.
All his abs are gone. All his lines and his quads are gone. Everything gone within 20 minutes.
It's almost like I have an analogy to something.
Because you shaved too late.
Yeah.
Too late.
did.
Yeah. I mean, he shaved my inflammation.
So then it's going inside the
So
skin.
literally, all
Because it opens your pores up when you
Yeah.
shave. Yeah.
And then in whatever tanning solution, there's an acetone,
Yeah,
nail polish remover, right?
that's a freaking.
It guaranteed affects your skin.
yes, of course.
Yeah. But Dennis, when you look at Regan's physique and know his career, and all, what do you think he needs to focus on, to make a mark? He's been already there, and now he's coming back. I'm sure that you appreciate his shape, structure,
Absolutely.
everything. So, if you would give him a word of advice, what would it be?
I would say he is well balanced. He's got everything. He's tall. He's big. He's huge. Details. Details. That's it. Then every move you do on stage, if you detailed, crazy detailed, that will be like orgasm to watch, because everything is just moving and you see the striations everywhere. That's where you should heading for, you know. So that's it, because you have everything. You're complete. You have a great back,
Crazy.
like, you know. So yeah, look. So
Yeah.
legs are great. Everything is just the detail.
Yeah.
The separation are there, just the details which are maybe still a little bit away, you know. So that's what you need. You know? And I still think
When is that?
your mistake was going classic.
5 weeks ago.
Somehow that kind of you were like going this, then you did classic,
Classic, yeah.
and then you were lost for 2 years or so. Like that's how I felt.
For sure.
You know, that was a mistake. Absolutely. You know,
Yeah.
because like I mean, like no way, you lost everything, and then you kind of have to build that up again.
I lost like at least a year and a half, 2 years. Of
Yeah,
muscle
yeah,
building.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. But look, you got everything. You know, it's just details, deep separation. Just bring it to another level, and you will crash it, man.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Because I mean, a taller physique is always more beautiful and makes more impact if you're balanced, and you are balanced. You got everything, you know.
He needs to be locked up. If he locked up in my house for a year, he'd be Mr. Olympia.
Yeah, just
Jason's been saying this for about 5 years now.
hey, man, hammer it, man, hammer it. Look at that. Like so much meat.
So much meat.
Look at, yeah, look. Crazy.
Didn't even pull out completely.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got everything.
think-
Just like I said, hammer it and
Boom.
focus on the details.
I'd plant him on the front squats, and I would hammer him.
Front squats.
Yep.
front, normal squats, hack squats.
Why
Kill
that
it.
Photoshop abs were there?
Photoshop the ass.
If you like that all day.
And you're still young, so you right now in your 30s,
Yeah.
your development will be faster and brings you all the mature
Photoshopped abs.
Yeah, I know. But okay, so now really look at it to appreciate it, right?
Yeah.
So I say this: if you can do this for 1 second, you can do it for 2, right? And for 3.
And 10,
Did you take this
and
picture?
20, and 30.
So it's not tortured you there.
It's really there for sure.
Yeah, but look at that. You know what I mean?
Before Italy. I want to be able to just stand there,
Stand there and have
time
like,
and have that.
Yeah.
This would be like, yeah.
But
so
it's,
like you said, every which way you turn and you feel the fire. But that's what you have to first feel here.
yes, yeah,
And then
This is what I.
everything else, right?
it's just, hey, that much, right, Milos? You understand that, right? What I mean? It's like this and it's like, boom.
You need to
It's
practice
there.
your posing this show and just be going through it.
Yes, pay me 10 grand.
When we still
I'll pose with you.
He's not even doing a cut yet for weeks out. For sure, he's not posing right now.
No, but I can pose now because.
you can?
I will, like, if I were you, I will pose 3 times at least now, a day, at least. If I will be in prep before every freaking meal. Before every meal.
Daddy Slim will take you through your
That's
quarter
it.
turns, you know.
And you will improve like a motherfucker.
That was the deal. I told him 3 times a day and send me the videos from each. But then I don't get it.
But you know what? It's real. Like,
I wonder what's happening.
you know, Dennis had a similar physique to you. The height, the small waist. So
You got it in your hands. So, I mean, you can control it because right now in your 30s, it's a different development. Don't forget it. 20s and 30s, a different level.
It's prime now.
It's prime, yeah. So whatever he does now, the body answers even better. So
Are you 1973?
That's when I was born. Yeah.
173. So, what was your prime? 73.
2028 was when I got second the first time.
yeah, there you go.
27, I think.
27, okay.
So I won at 33 when I first.
And when do you consider your real prime?
Most of the best.
That's 2001?
1, 2, 3. Third was in my years.
So late
That's when I was sure of what I was looking like. And then after that, it's like I got too many opinions. You know, all 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I mean, yeah, because you were going against the monster, so that you just
I came in many
Yeah.
different ways. Yeah.
Yeah.
Too big. I got.
I
too
think
big.
2001 is my
I
favorite.
got too big.
And 2003 Ironman, I keep saying this.
Oof. Yes.
2003 Ironman, you were not there. If you were there, it was like
I was 30.
Even
it doesn't do nothing.
yeah, even
I was 30 there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about the year. That's about the year.
How much did you weigh at Ironman?
yeah, there you go. That right there. Yeah, that's it. Damn. Say
64.
Look at that ab control.
look at that.
What about those arms, Milos?
It looks like mine, but smaller.
oh, look at that one there.
You know.
You have a crazy arms, I must say. Did it turn the biceps? Okay. He pulls out the lats all the way. I have a feeling, now that I'm looking at your pictures, Regan, it's in front of our biceps, you don't pop the lats all the way out. See?
Try. I just need
Do you?
this more.
Because when somebody goes in the pose, they focus on certain things. So a lot of, you focus on biceps.
Well,
You don't
because
focus
my,
on...
because my biceps always such an issue. Like I want more peace, right? So I'm
But
always,
you just lift it up your elbow a little bit, and then you pull out your lats right away.
That photo right there is very close to like the Dorian black and whites, like an iconic.
Same picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
there's a biddy. Is that a bee?
Could be.
Picture.
Daily motion.
Look at Strider glutes.
That's a 9.
That's the one.
I was 21 in that picture right there.
21?
That's 21. Dude.
What show was that?
That was me posing at Venice. That was 95 before I was pro.
Look at that one right there. I'm in that DVD.
Jada seat. Okay, look at the side choices. Look at the side choices.
That was my second Arnold win, 2003. Marcus.
Look
was
at
in
that
one.
sharp detail.
Yeah.
Like
Man.
the leg.
You don't even bring the left shoulder into the picture. It still look.
Yeah.
I always had to cheat side chest and side triceps.
Yeah, you
Bring
teach
them
me.
to
That was 4 days out of the 04 Olympia. I was 290 there.
Mustafa Mohammed there.
And you would come down from there like
I came down to 280 for that show. It was 280 at that one. Too big. That's when Ronnie was really big.
That's when it happened.
A lot of
That's
memories.
2006 right there.
Yeah.
You were smoking.
Yeah, so guys, we listen, we appreciate you coming in. Dennis, I know you're busy.
Oh, it was
And
fun,
I know you're
brother.
focused on what it is. So we got a big countdown happening. I mean, it's going to be a great contest. I think, we talk about every year this is the greatest lineup ever. I still like to take some credit in my days as being some of the best lineups, and I'm sure with your era. I mean, it's
Arnold Classic from the beginning was.
I mean, but
It's always,
Dennis says, the Invitational, they
line.
try to pick out the best bodies, and I feel like we're going to see that this year. And like we said, if Samson wins, we start talking about the Olympian, what pressure he has trying to peak again with that big body. But he seems to be getting better as he goes through it. And you worked with him for a few years. He got better and better. We talked about when you were winning against him. We'll see what happens. I mean, but this is a lot of pressure for Derek Sampson, a lot of pressure for Brandon. This could be close to the end? William Bonnet, this is closer to the end. Sean Clarita's trying to prove a point. He's obviously focused away from the 212 and saying, "Well, I'm going to throw it in the open." Because let's be honest, I mean, Keon's at another level now, I feel like, and he's going to be really hard to beat in the 212.
I agree.
And I think if Keon was in this lineup, we'd actually be talking about him as being potential through top 3 or 4.
100%. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Four.
Yeah?
I still don't think that here. I love his physique.
Is he not big enough yet?
Yeah.
There's more density.
It's a couple of years, and then there's no way he
Just
will
turned
stay
30
out
today.
of the open.
I mean, you trained with him 2 days ago, right?
Welcome to Fit Club Vegas, the ultimate fitness destination for visitors. Drop in for a day pass and experience our 10,000 square foot fitness playground. At Fit Club, you'll find state-of-the-art equipment and a sound system so good you'll pitch your headphones. Conveniently located 7 to 12 minutes from the Las Vegas Strip, Fit Club is a perfect spot for you to come get your pump while visiting Sin City. So come check us out at 4525 West Hacienda, Las Vegas, Nevada. Fit Club Vegas, more than a gym, it's a vibe.
So we'll see how it rolls out. But once again, guys, thank you. Stay healthy. You keep crushing it. Obviously, shout out to your nutrition company and all that you're doing.
Yes.
And
Nutrition Wolf.
yes. And Milos, keep doing what you do, man. You're the trainer of champions and the super trainer of Vegas.
Doing it.
I can't wait to see who you're going to be posting up training this week.
As a matter of fact, I'll probably do the legs today because tomorrow morning I'm leaving.
Yeah, let's go. When do you guys go?
I don't go till Thursday.
Oh, you go
Thursday, watch the page, Arjun.
Wednesday, Thursday.
I'm not going this year. I'm sitting out this year. There am I.
I watched the prejudging. You know why?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. It's
12 guys.
Okay.
And there's only 2 classes.
Okay.
It is much easier to watch.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
I have to sit next to Arnold, and just critique the guys with Arnold,
Oh, really?
Oh, that's cool.
So
I would love to hear his criticism. You know?
Maybe he'll come on the pod.
Why don't you name? Why don't we do that over there? We're going to all be there. Why don't you bring the goddamn camera?
Don't you see these new microphones all over the place? What do you think I'm trying to do?
I'll bring along.
Just bring one?
we're 10 steps ahead of you, bro.
I've been working on this for a minute. You should have saw me running around before here because the 4 microphones I got didn't work.
I got a podcast for you, and I have some food for you.
Yeah?
You have food coming too.
Oh, it'd be beautiful. Thank you. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take that right now. From either yeah.
Food is coming. That's good.
Food's coming for Milos. We got to make sure he's working towards fit for
Is he late today?
Fit for 61. We need to get you a shirt that says "I beat Jay Cutler," and you need to start wearing this.
Multiple.
Yeah, I want to make a leg day T-shirt with a flamingo. You know,
For me?
no, just in general. You think it's gonna go?
Yeah.
I wanna.
Don't say this because then someone will steal your idea.
No, I'm gonna do it first. I posted on my Instagram, you know, because it's a flamingo area. You go, nobody has legs. Nobody trains legs, you know. And they do these stupid things, you know.
How we look, okay?
This one was unplugged for some reason.
Oh,
So it died for no. I heard it go off right away, and I just fixed it.
All right, so thank you guys very much. Let us know your comments and your agreeances or disagreeances, and we look forward to seeing a spectacular contest this coming weekend.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having us on. Thanks.
Yes, thank you.